So growing up, I was never a skinny girl. I was never, I was never like sticks and skin and bones or whatever you guys say. My sister was. My sister was always very tiny growing up. She was like matchsticks, and my father was in the army, so he was very, fit, very athletic, and my mother was a professional swimmer. She was 5'7", 00, beautiful. So I never was like any of them. I was always a little bit more, pudgy. I was never overweight. I was never unhealthily obese. I was just pud, like, I don't know, I was chubby and Hi, my name is Elizaveta. I was born and raised in Ukraine in 1996. As I started getting older and my mom's obsession with my weight started to get worse, she would propose I do all sorts of exercises and dieting and diet pills. So it would start out with, lots of you don't want to wear this, or that doesn't look good on you, or picking out clothes that will surely not fit me whenever we go shopping, and would further go into things like, you really want to lose some weight, Liz, if you can't do it, you might want to get some diet pills. And she would make me do things like, from the age of 8, I would have to, I would hear the demeaning comments and the limiting sort of comments about food. It was very often I would hear the quote, food is there to sustain you, not to make you happy, or something to that extent in Ukrainian. And I think at the age of 13, just before I turned 14, she bought me some, and then I started taking them. She said that it didn't matter that I was under 16, even though the label said that that's not good. So.
And this was the time around like 8th grade?
7th, 8th grade, yeah. Yeah, that was a very hard point for me, that transition into high school. So I went to a Catholic school, therefore, and got even worse there. Because all the girls were skinny. And I mean, stick skinny, and seeing that in my head reminded me of my mom, so I got even worse. I mean, like, I didn't eat during the day. Class started at 8, so I would be out of the house by 7:45, and I just didn't eat. I would eat after school, and whatever I ate was never balanced. So I really was messing myself up, and then I was still taking diet pills every now and then when my weight was fluctuating, and yeah, I wasn't doing anything the right way. Just eating out, I was always told, you don't want to eat that, or don't you think this is enough, or you must be feeling full, or little comments like that always sent me back to thinking that, I really had to recognize that there was something wrong in me wanting food, or being hungry, or, craving more, or whatever it was. The gym, I got a membership at the age of 14, right around the time I was graduating 8th grade, moving into high school, but I never utilized it. I never went to the gym. I kind of did it as a rebellious sort of act, even though it would have helped me. But I was very, I was not okay with the way it was being advertised to me to lose weight, because it was for someone else, it wasn't for me. And I didn't take care of my body the right way. Sure, I could have eaten all the stuff I wanted, but I could have eaten that good stuff. And what I really started doing was just saying, screw you, Mom. I mean, I didn't try to see any advice that she was giving me, because there was some. It wasn't all, just, I want you to be skinny. But she didn't know how to convey the idea right, that it's good to be healthy. Not to mention, she didn't really have a good idea of what healthy was. Growing up, I felt really lonely. Because I was really always told that, because of your body, you're never gonna fit in, unless you look thin, very thin, like your sister, like me, like the girls you see on TV. You're not gonna be happy. And I defied all of that, because I was always very happy with who I am and what I look like. And in fact, my confidence was always something that surprised my mom and challenged her, and she thought that it was something that challenged her, when in fact it was something that I used as a defense mechanism, because it was the only thing I had. I mean, it took a very long time for my mother to to do things like give me compliments or shop and like ask me, you know, what size do you want in this or in that. And this more itself went after I got into shape, because, you know, when someone tells you something for so long, you start thinking it's true. And as I was growing up and was being told that, you know, I'm fat and I'm this and I'm that, I like the song, that I was fat, you know, I felt that none of that mattered, because, hold on, I guess, I can see, you know I got it, baby. Started eating better at first, and I mean throughout my life, if you guys can think about it, I've tried every diet. I've tried every God knows what it is to make you, you know, think that you can lose however many pounds in a month or a week to 6 months, because they never worked. What I learned, if I learned anything, is that moderation and portions are the key to all of it. And everything you eat has to be natural. I mean, it was so hard for me to realize that at first, but once I could feel the effects that natural food had on my body, I didn't want to feel like I did feel after eating something like Chinese food or drinking soda, because although I'll keep a calorie count as I was doing in the past, the sugars and, you know, the carbs and all that stuff, it was adding up in other places, in places that I wasn't counting. So now I currently weigh 140 pounds, and that's what, 45 pounds down. I can't say that I've never been morbidly obese. I'm not. It's just the mental strain, the mental, you know, baggage that I still have with food. I still cut everything I eat. You know, I have to make sure that I make everything a proportion. I have to always correlate the amount of food I'm eating to what I know my stomach can handle, and the size, you know, and vacancy relevant to how much food I'm gonna eat. I have to regulate my water and all my liquid intake. I have to regulate all of it. I look at the calories on I can't even, it's such a subconscious way of flow for me that it's sometimes even, I mean, I sometimes feel like a little ashamed and guilty that the first thing I do, you know, when I pick up a brownie is look at the calorie count, because I'm worried that, you know, that it's gonna do something bad to me, or if someone, you know, like my mom finds the wrapper from the brownie, I'm gonna get in trouble, because it's such like something so stupid that is an anxiety that I have to deal with almost all the time. People say diet, lose weight, you'll get thin. No, it's not diet. You don't diet. You lose weight. 90% of how you lose weight is what you eat. You don't diet. You eat the right things. The working out is to sustain what you eat. If you eat the right thing, you don't need to kill yourself working out, because what you're eating is just to sustain you. I'm a size 4, size 6, and, you know, I have a 27-inch waist, and that makes me very happy, because it's something that I can work on, and, you know, I can see results in things like these shorts that I'm wearing, which I purchased in junior year, and I couldn't even pull them up, and I still bought them. I couldn't pull them up. This was completely over. This was tight. They were right here. You know, my butt wasn't even, I couldn't even do anything with it. And then I put them away. And I stopped worrying about it. I pulled them out last year and they were still tight. You know, I still had this sort of bump going on here and I didn't feel comfortable. So I put them away again. And then I put them on today. I haven't touched them in a really long time. I don't even know if you can see it, but there's not even, maybe a little tiny bit, you know, but what is that? What is that compared to what it was? And how does it make me feel compared to what I used to feel like? And the thing is that I don't need my mom to be like, wow, you look so great, you know? Because it's not about her. It's about me. It's about how I feel in these shorts that I never would have thought for a moment I'd feel so comfortable in. And now all I want to do is go outside in them, you know? It's just, it's the best when you realize yourself, you know, how much you can do for yourself. And you don't need someone to dictate your life or where you should be going or how you need to feel or dress or talk or act or whatever it is, because at the end of the day, all of those things will make you feel less in control of the things you want to do. She loves my weight now, and standing at 20 years old at 140 pounds, she couldn't be more happy for me. You know, she sees me and she compliments me. Yeah, and there's a completely different relationship now because I've overcome that need to not need to impress her, but her idea that I need to impress her. I refused to, and when I refused to do it, it was hard for her. But now she realized that it is not about her. And now we do things together. You know, we shop. She knows I'm a size 4, size 6. She'll look for the appropriate clothing. I look for her extra small, her 00, you know. And we kind of accept that that's just the number that fits to your body, not what makes your body what it is. You know, that's not what makes your body what it is. If there's one thing I learned in my life, the worst feeling is overeating. Aside from just feeling full, you mentally recognize that you don't need all of it. You don't need any feeling of heaviness. You know, you're there, food is there to sustain you, not make you happy.
Love the way you touch it, those little elaborate ways. Got the guard feeling released to relax for the day. It's on you, ma.
If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby. If you give it to me, I'll give it to you. As long as you want, you know I got it, baby.